Okay, from the last video, we actually created our tags and fetch our tags so that the users or the client should be able to see the tags we're creating. So right now, we want to text if our tags is working. So we can just say by Google Home tags I wish to. So and click add, see Google Home has been added, but we don't get to reflect here. We don't see it until we load the page, and that's kind of bad. So that's where we had to start initializing the pusher libraries. It kind of says a real-time technology that allows you to actually see your changes and minimize the numbers of requests you have to make in your application. And I think this is good and this is pretty awesome. Kind of like make everything fast. So we have to sign up here. I don't have an account, so I need to sign up. But though I've used my Gmail, so I'll be using my Hotmail now. So company, you can just give the test Laravel mix company. So now the password. Let me just put my simple password I can remember. So create a free account. So let's see what we have. Okay, so I think our account is created. Okay, so now we can actually configure our application the way we want to. So we can actually, but first of all, the name of your app, let's say it's a test Laravel project. So create for multiple environments. Can select multiple environments. So for me, I'll just select. I think I worked with what's your front end tag, front end, I think it's JavaScript, so Sean's vanilla JS or something like that. So we can just use anyone, sure. So let's select the jQuery and let's select what are we using, backend is PHP, but we can actually select Laravel. So it's kind of simple. So the EU, everything is set, so we can just say create my app. So once you click the create my app functionality, it kind of like gives you everything you need, how to get started with it. You can see how to install a pusher library and how to initialize the pusher library. So right now we'll be talking more about installing pushers. So we didn't talk more about events and Laravel. Laravel uses events to listen to changes, especially when you make you trigger a change like inserting a record. Laravel can listen to that event and actually create a broadcast channel whereby you can broadcast it. So that's where pusher comes in. So pusher listens to that event and help you catch the data from the channel and help you render the data to your view. So now I'm going to be installing pusher. I'm going to copy this guy here and I come to my terminal. Let me exit this guy. I think exit. So so we're going to like compose and install. So sorry about the $sign. I'm on on Windows. So we're installing pusher right now. So pusher is installing. So go back to our app. This is how we initialize the pusher. We copy the URL here, but we'll come back to this. So let's just create the basic things we need to do on our env file. So we can go to our .env file. You can see we have the section for pusher and all that, the ID, the cluster, and all that. So we'll be using the app ID, the app secrets, and the key. So let's go to our pusher to grab all this. So I think this is our file. We can click here to see our details if you want to actually see the details I work. So I'm going to copy the ID, and we'll paste the ID. So we're going to copy the key and paste it right in here. I'm going to copy the secret too, paste it right in here. So if you want to copy the cluster too, you can just copy this guy, and instead of empty one, it has to be EU, then you save. Okay, remember on Laravel, whenever you save a new changes on your env file, you have to clear config. You have to make a page that some config clear command in order to make the changes reflect. So we'll be using a broadcast driver called pusher. I think you have to change this. So we hit save. We close this guy. We don't need this guy. Then we check our pusher installation. Okay, pusher is still installing. So we'll come back here into our application and add some necessary things that we'll be needing. For example, we need a pusher, we need a script like the pusher script. So here is where I list all my scripts. So down below, I think I just have to add a pusher. So I come here, I save, I copy the script, at the top. So it's kind of slow. Okay, copy the script, copy, go to application right here, we paste. So I think we have pusher initialized. So now let's say we have our pusher. So we can actually load tags, we can actually see what we have on our front end, on our application. You can actually see tags, we create new tags, you see the tags created. So we should be able to like add the new tags without reloading the page and see right here. So let's check if our pusher is still installing. Pusher is still installing. My network is kind of like slow. So okay, let's go back to, okay, I think it's almost done. Wow, it's cool. So now we need to go and configure our app to be able to see like Laravel this config slash app. So you're able to scroll down to see where we can broadcast our application. You must comment this guy out so that you should be able to broadcast it. So now we can save. So once we save, I think we're done here. Can close the file because now we can broadcast. So we need one more thing, the event, the Laravel event. So you can just say PHP artisan make event. So we'll call it a new tax event. So we'll click enter, come to our app. You see when you come to your app, you locate your event folder. You see you have this guy invert right here. So it comes with a class. It's actually a class and it accepts argument. That's a beautiful thing. And make sure you complete it by saying implement should broadcast. This guy is really crucial, so you have to make sure it's implementing this class, the broadcast class that one commented. So now we're going to take in some data. So let me define some data. Protected data. So take data through the constructor data. So we have to set the data so that everyone, our app can see it. Data equals to data. So this data right here is coming from the class. Each time we initialize the class and we pass in an argument, data takes the data. So right now we also need to broadcast on just a channel, not a private channel, so that everywhere in our app we can actually see it. So we can also call this channel by saying this channel name is new tax and we save. So I think we're good. And also one more thing, we have to add a function, and this function should be called broadcast suites, because we actually broadcasting the data, like we're broadcasting something. So broadcast on is broadcasting on the channel, but we actually want to pass the data, so we need to broadcast with the data that we're passing. So we just have to say return return an array. So this array has to be has to take an ID, the ID of the tax we're returning. So you can say this data, an ID. We'll be using array as the data, so don't worry about this. So we'll be saying a name equals to, let's just copy to make it fast. So this take a date. So this should be date. So if you're on Sublime, you can actually hit your control key and use your mouse to navigate so that you change them simultaneously. So let's say this is status, and this should be the name. Okay, now our application is giving us an ID of the tax, the name of the tax, the status of the tax, and the date of the tax. So we're returning, we're broadcasting with, we'll broadcast on the channel, then we'll broadcast with the data. So I think we're good, so we can actually close this new tax. So now we need to include our new tax event so that our app should be able to see it. You can just say use app events, then it's with S, so don't forget. So we say new tax. So now our new tax, sorry about the parentheses. So our new tax now, we should be able to, when we create a new, we should be able to cache the last data and broadcast the events of the tags we've created. So there are two ways of doing it. I'll show you the first way of doing it. So the first way, we can just say events, say events fire. Let's say sorry, events fire. So what's the event we want to fire? Is a new, sorry about this, let me remove this guy first so that I don't get confused. So we are doing new tags, I think, and it takes in an argument.